Welcome to the Whiskey Boys podcast
Yeah.
with
What up, Dev?
me, John. I'm John, Zach, and Matthew.
Yeah, there's not two Johns here.
Yeah.
He actually goes by John.
Mm-hmm.
The second. There's John,
The
John,
second.
John.
Yeah.
It's a lot of Johns.
There's a lot of us.
I only hear me and you.
You don't hear
And
me?
you and me. So happy you're together. Wait.
Do you have?
Say something?
Hello.
Okay, no, we're good.
I was gonna say, did you mute him?
I think I did.
So how's it
Wow, that's
going?
rude.
Sorry.
See someone named Bailey in our chat dropping F-bombs. I'm gonna have to ban them. Just kidding.
That's what I'm talking about.
Saying all kinds of profanities.
Mm-hmm. Watch
Watch
your profanity.
Watch your profanity.
Oh man, now I want that as a thing.
On your
Oh, that's a mod?
Yeah.
could be
That'd
funny.
cool.
Oh, that'd be funny. Like if it comes up, if someone says something, like it blocks them, and then just goes, "Watch your profanity."
That would be pretty funny.
I don't know if we could do audio, like an audio thing like that.
Sure, you could.
I mean, I could do a button on my what you call it, like something like that.
Yeah.
But it's watch your profanity. But yeah,
Oh man.
I didn't know which one I was hitting there. I need to label these somehow because there's so many sounds now.
Turn this gate down a little bit more. There we go.
So what's up, guys?
Hey. Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
Well, Zach, let's get started on. What were you gonna show?
Nothing. Just cheersing.
Oh,
Oh.
cheers.
I got
Cheers.
Not
tea.
sponsored. Oh,
Yeah. I block out the label.
I moved my camera. I'm so dumb. I moved my camera and I put my cup where my camera used to be, and I was looking at. I was like, "Why isn't my cup showing?
So
Oh, it's over
dumb.
here." Oh man.
What were you gonna say though, Matthew?
Well, actually, first of all, I mean, I'm not drinking whiskey right now because I recently woke up. I woke up late, but I did get a new whiskey called Uncle Nearest.
Ooh. How's that?
I
Delicious?
haven't tried it yet.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
super
show it
delicious.
or something.
No, I don't want to go grab it. It's a
Oh.
big bottle.
Mm.
Wow. It's kind of like a big TV, huh?
Yeah.
And a big computer. Everything's just big with y'all, I swear.
Wow, that's rude.
That's not what I meant.
All right, we'll see you guys later. No, I was gonna say, Zach, you said you had a subject to talk about.
Oh, yeah. The hot topic on Twitch right now. Hot tub streams.
Was that really what you wanted to talk about?
Exactly what we want to talk about. Why haven't we done one?
I don't know. I didn't even know that was a thing until you told us.
I'm just saying. I'll give you one fact. Amaranth, or whatever her name is, 1.8 million views on her past hot tub stream.
Wait,
1.8
we gotta
million.
we gotta establish though that's also Amaranth, so that's
She's
not even
widely known as an
Saying.
e-girl. So
yeah.
And
Even without the hot tub, she probably gets views like that.
no. We can pull it up. Well, I actually did this research earlier. I didn't put the numbers. Only past video that had that many was the hot tub stream. 1.8 million.
Damn, you did your research.
Yeah, I did. Not saying I was part of that 1.8. I'm just saying. It was like I told Bailey, this is for research, I swear. Please leave the room.
You've been watching it for 2 hours. It's a lot of research.
I'm just saying they don't do much. Well, she didn't do anything. I was on it for 5 minutes. I'm like, dude, what's the point of this?
Bailey,
But-
I'm subbing because of research, okay?
100 subs is normal. Don't worry about it.
Tier 3 is normal, okay? Everyone does it.
I'm just saying, to boost our views, we need a hot tub stream.
We gotta have a hot tub first.
I don't know what it's like where you're at, but it's hot here. I ain't getting in no damn hot tub unless it's like nighttime.
I'll do a pool stream.
Even better. Pool stream it is.
You'd be like, "Hey guys, thanks for joining Whiskey Boys podcast," and I'll come down the slide. There's gonna be water.
You get to put the water on it. Just like you get stuck halfway down because there's no water, just and then stop. Oh man,
That would be pretty funny to do for a summer stream. It'd just be pain to set everything up.
the neighbors be like, "There's a damn car peeling out next door." That'd be pretty cool. Zach doesn't have a pool though.
You don't, Zach?
I can find a lake.
You can go to a community pool.
Go get an inflatable pool and put it in your backyard.
Nah. I'm gonna go jump in the lake.
Mm-hmm.
Do like those people do where they put the chair in the little kiddie pool and just put their feet in?
Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea, especially when it gets hot out here.
What's the heat like out there?
Right now it's like 70, but during the summer it's like 80 something, but 100% humidity.
Oh yeah, that's terrible. I was gonna say, surprisingly, California or San Diego wasn't as hot last year, but the years before that, jumping up to hundreds and stuff like that.
Yeah, see, that's why I left, man. I can't do that. Bad for you. It's bad for my skin.
That's like, we actually had like a winter like this year. It was like actually cold. But I mean, for San Diego, it was actually cold,
72 and sunny still.
Like in the 50s. It was in the 50s and 40s. That's cold for San Diego.
For San Diegans, man, that's snow weather.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still wore shorts, but but it was cold, and then I'm like, man, we're gonna be screwed if it jumps back up to normal like summer heat, like 90s.
Yeah, and of course it did because it's San Diego.
Yeah, it's been like, I think the highest has gone is like 80 so far, but it's also spring right now, so we'll see in like 2 months. It's just gonna jump up and be burning alive. And I was like, when it was 80, I had to keep my window closed because it was starting to heat up in my room. I walked in my room and I'm like, oh God, it's hot in here. I don't want to be in here.
See, when you wake up sweaty, that's how you know it's getting hot.
Yeah. that happened when it was in the 80s, because I opened my window at night and I turned on my fan, and then I left my fan on, and then I had to close my window because I'm like, I snore and people are going to hear me. But I was sitting there sleeping in the middle of the night. I woke up sweating and I'm like, what the hell? I took the blankets off and I'm like, why does it feel humid in here now? It's terrible.
Yeah, it's like
sometimes.
The first 6 years I think that we lived here, we didn't have air conditioning.
And we had leather couches.
Yeah, and we had leather couches, and we had
stuck to it.
We had no shades on any of our living room windows, and my living room has a ton of windows, so it was just like 96 degrees in the living room constantly, and you couldn't sit in the rooms because it was hot in there too, so you were just like sticking to the couch being like, maybe we should just go jump in the pool.
You just made yourself a whole sauna with your house.
Yeah, I remember one time it was so hot, and the only place that was cool was my closet, which I have a walk-in closet for anybody who doesn't know.
Damn.
And so
just showing up, big TV, big computer,
a lot of windows,
walk-in closet.
But yeah,
the window in the walk-in closet.
So I ended up setting up an air mattress in my closet and trying to sleep in there because it was way too hot.
Could you say you came out of the closet? Is that what you're getting at?
All right, Zach. Let's see. How do I ban one of the Whiskey Boys?
How do you ban someone who's on the channel?
Yeah.
Oh man.
That was just a question.
So it's the opposite in my room. My closet, like when it gets hot in there. Like there's been times it's like warm in my room, and then I walk in my closet, and I'm like, oh my god, this is terrible. But then it's also like a freezer when it gets cold. I like turn the
nice.
heater on in my room, and I'm like, oh, it's nice and warm. I'll open that door, and I'm like, oh my god, it's freaking cold in here.
It's the way to do it.
It's not as bad as the house we moved from though. Great grandma's house.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That thing was an oven.
Literally.
It was like
literally.
like in summer, it was literally you're better off going outside because you're just sweating, sitting in there. Like we'd have all the windows open, it would still be hot as hell in there.
See,
it's terrible.
That's how you get the kids to go outside and play. Make it hot in the house.
They didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
Let's go play in the junkyard.
So you guys got any
There was
news?
a junkyard outside the house, so
Yeah, there was. Lives on a reservation, so. So, you guys want some news?
well, I was
Depends.
gonna
Kinda
say,
news.
how about the thing that Zach had posted?
What thing did Zach post?
Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah, that was one of
What?
the things I had too.
Wait, what? Jurassic Park?
Oh, what? Oh, okay. Elon Musk is making Jurassic Park.
No. It was his
His
partner.
Yeah.
His partner was with Neuralink, which Neuralink was a project that
Terminator people.
they talked about implanting like expandable like hard drives or like a chip in your brain, basically. That's what Neuralink is. But he basically said he said we could probably build Jurassic Park if we wanted to. Wouldn't be genetically authentic dinosaurs, but maybe 15 years of breeding plus engineering to get super exotic novel species.
Yeah.
And it's like, why would you do that? Like,
We literally have a bunch of movies on why that's a bad
What
idea.
I said.
mhm.
On another note, I went to search Jurassic Park and it came up with Jurassic Park Ford Explorer themed sneakers.
Huh.
And I kind of want them.
Oh, cop those.
On a side note, but
On
yeah,
a side note,
those
I'm
came
just
up.
saying.
And I'm like, those are pretty cool. I probably wouldn't wear them, but I totally want them.
Neuralink sounds like the bad guys from like a Terminator movie. That's all I could think of when I saw that name. I'm like, why does that almost seem familiar?
No, that's
They're taking
Google.
over the world.
Skynet. Skynet is
see?
Google.
Skynet, Neuralink, they're all connected. This is the end of the world, guys.
I didn't know that though. I hadn't seen that. That's not what I was talking about. But why? Oh, why? Well, I mean, it depends on what you're bringing back. You know,
Pokemon.
like if you're bringing back like certain kind of dinosaurs that aren't gonna cause a problem to our ecosystem, you know, then that's fine. But if you're bringing back like apex predators from the Jurassic period or something, you know, it's like, yeah, there's gonna be a big problem if those get out, not just for humans, but for the wildlife and ecosystems like that.
I'm just saying, I've never seen a dinosaur. Are they even real? This figment of the imagination here. Where'd they go? Where'd the water dinosaurs go?
Oh, they probably just went deep down.
Where?
To the deep parts of the ocean.
That makes no sense. Why were they on the surface? Can't evolve that fast.
On the surface? You said what happened to the water dinosaurs?
That's what I'm saying. They're on the surface of the water. Eaten.
Oh, well, I don't know. They probably just died off.
Nah, I'm not an apex predator. That's why it's called the apex.
Well, I think
Not the lopex.
the whole thing with the meteor hitting was that it caused so much heat to rush through the earth, which is a little confusing because it's like, if it did that, then all this heat would go through and kill everything. But then where did humans come from?
Exactly.
I'm not saying dinosaurs didn't exist, Zach.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are.
No, I'm
You
not.
really just proved my point. This never happened, nor did dinosaurs.
Oh
It's
my
all just
gosh.
made up. We're in the Matrix. That's what I'm just trying to tell you. It's all simulation.
So dumb.
We ended that side of the game. Now we're on the next level. That's what happened. Dinosaurs never existed. It's my hot take.
Dinosaurs existed for those watching.
Where's your
We're
proof?
confused about the whole people saying about the meteor thing. That's where it gets a little like. How did yeah? I don't know.
Also, if the meteor thing is real, why did the whole planet explode? It killed everything else.
Why would the planet explode?
Because it was a giant meteor to kill everything. What, you think a little baby meteor is gonna to kill everything? Come on.
Yeah, I mean,
Come on.
with velocity and force, it doesn't really need to be huge.
But it killed everything.
It would.
If you drop
a certain distance, hit, and then it does a fallout. Like
if you drop a rock about this big on a boulder, it technically sends a force around the boulder, but it wouldn't destroy it.
it would send a shockwave fallout.
You guys play too much video games. Fallout is not based on real life.
Shut up.
I'm just saying, dinosaurs probably never existed. That's what I'm going with.
What about Godzilla then in the Hollow Earth?
Damn. That is based on a true story. Maybe that's where they went.
Damn, I wish I had Dave Chappelle's "Gotcha, bitch" on my whatchamacallit right now. That would have been a good one. Your sounds are so quiet, Matthew.
Mm-hmm.
I turned them down because they were like super loud yesterday when we were testing it.
I was actually going to talk about something. I don't remember what it was because of freaking Zach and his stupid dinosaur thing.
Not a thing. Theory.
Uh-huh.
Right, based on facts. They're not here no more. They never existed. This is how it goes.
Yeah, you completely threw me off. Is that that was the one that you wanted to talk about though, Matthew?
No, yeah. I was going to talk about the Powerpuff Girls thing.
Oh,
That's why when you guys said Jurassic Park, I was like, what? What are you talking about?
Well, so talk about the Powerpuff Girls.
Metaphorical dinosaurs all day. But we can do this too.
I was going to say that the whole Powerpuff Girls, listen. I used to watch Powerpuff Girls back in the day. Awesome show. Why the hell do we need them grown up and live action? That's what I just don't understand.
That's what the people wanted.
And it's CW, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like, if you've seen any CW shows like Riverdale, it's like, I don't want to, see Bubbles, Blossom, or Buttercup, getting down and dirty.
That's what people wanted.
Like that's not what I want to see. Okay.
They actually announced who's playing Mojo Jojo, and it's like some pretty boy kid too.
It's not a monkey.
Well, obviously it's not a monkey.
I saw it on Twitter. It was a monkey.
They cast a real monkey.
Yeah. I mean, it's live action. Why wouldn't he be a monkey?
He's gonna be some teenager kid, and his whole what's called is, I'm gonna make you guys unpopular in high school.
Makes a TikTok about it.
Knowing CW, that's what it's gonna be. Is you know what though? What I just thought of with Powerpuff Girl villains, him. What are they gonna do about him?
Oh, people have been saying Little Nas X should play him.
That's so funny.
Oh my god!
I'd watch it.
Oh, that would be so. I would watch just for the scene that Little Nas X is in. That's it. That's so funny.
That's hilarious.
Tell me what you want. Oh man.
Yeah, I saw that screenshot though of the costumes, and everybody was like, "Yeah, these look
really?
like costumes you could buy at Party City for like $30."
Yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, they look like the outfits. I mean, they're pretty basic.
Yeah.
It's, not a whole lot you could do, but also
pretty basic should be the
this?
pretty basic should be the tagline for CW.
Right. Should be.
I don't know. I think they're just making it for the hype, just for it to flop, like every other live action anime cartoon to come, like
I was hoping
Avatar,
it
The
was
Last Airbender,
I was
with Ung.
hoping that it was just an April 1st joke, you know. But
Uh,
They're
they
taking it
announced
very
it way
seriously.
before that.
I think CW is just one big April Fool's joke.
That's why I stopped watching Flash, is because their their co- their s- their content constantly just goes the same way every time.
Yeah, I like Flash, but
It
it
gets
does get
too like teen boppy.
it gets very predictable and like the same thing over and over.
It's just too fast for me.
Hmm
Can't keep up.
That's why I stopped watching Arrow, because they made Arrow like very bland. He's always like, "I'm Oliver Queen. How's it going?" And then he's like Green Arrow, and he's like, "You have failed this city." Oh wait, hold on, my bad.
Oh yeah, you can actually do it.
You have failed this city. That's what he does.
That's pretty cool.
He's like, Zach Welch, you have failed this city.
That's why I
And then
left, man.
and then he kills people. And then eventually he stops killing people.
Spoilers,
And then he kills
bro.
people again.
Ah, I
No,
told you how that series ended for me, right?
what, Arrow?
Yeah, about my roommate gave away
Oh.
spoilers all the time. He'd walk in as it's happening. Oh, this is gonna happen. Off to class. I'm like, you bastard.
Oh, dude,
Every
I'd be
time.
so pissed.
And then,
Every freaking time.
then he's
I'd
like,
go-
he's like, Zach, dinosaurs are real.
Too bad it's not spoilers, John, because it didn't exist.
I'd go put like ping pong balls in his bed or something, or ice cubes. I'd be so pissed.
I would, but I had the bottom bunk, so like it would just fall on me anyway.
You're like, oh, this is a good plan. I'll put ice cubes in his bed. You're all sleeping at night and dripping.
I know, right? Gotcha, bitch. Ah!
You're just going through torture.
Yep.
That's like, did I ever tell you when I played a prank on our Theo Henry? We went to a men's retreat, and he gave us, he went and bought some waters because we were in Big Bear, and he was like, oh, you know, I have waters in my room, because it was like this like big building, and it had like little rooms. And he's like, here's my key if you guys want to get some water, you know. And we're like, oh, okay. And then he's like, yeah, you know, it was our break time, and he went to go for a walk, and we're like, did he just give us his key? What the hell? And we're like, hold on. So we went to like what is it? There's a circle.
It was a
not circle,
Kmart. It was a Kmart.
Kmart, yeah. I was
Yeah, they
like,
still had a
what's it called?
Kmart up there.
There's a Kmart up there. We go to Kmart. We get some whitey tidies. We get some chocolate. We buy some ping pong balls. We get some saran wrap. Well, so the saran wrap didn't work because we couldn't, like, the way the doors were, we couldn't get it to like stay on.
Yeah.
But the Jones, so in the bathrooms, they were like, they had the toilet paper roll like in like stalls and stuff. So we got the Jones, we heated up the chocolate like in our hands and rubbed it in the Jones and left like at least a little piece in there. We kind of we wadded it up and shoved it in the toilet paper thing, so when someone pulls the toilet paper, it'll fall out. We had two pairs of the Jones. The other one, we do the same thing and we hide it in his bag. We hid it so like it wouldn't touch anything, but that it was in there. And then we get the ping pong balls and we put them in his pillow and then on his bed.
Yeah.
Well, one of the other guys that was with him told us later, they came back from walking and like doing a hike, and they come back. He goes and sits on the bed, and he goes, I jumps up in the air, pulls the blanket back, sees all the ping pong balls and throws them off, and he's pissed. So then he goes to lay down, hits his head on the pillow, and hits all the ping pong balls on the pillow, and just goes, oh, son of a, throws the pillow.
That's hilarious.
And then he told us, he's like, oh, he didn't even tell us about the dirty underwear. We asked him after we got back from the trip, and he said that he had found them when he went to the bathroom, and he thought it was one of the roommates that had like crapped themselves and shoved it in there trying to hide it.
Jeez.
And I'm like, who would do that? Like, why would you? And then we asked him, we're like, did you find the one in your suitcase? And he said, what one in my suitcase?
Oh no.
Turns out,
Poor guy.
turns out our aunt did his laundry when he got home, so she was the one that must have found it. Yeah.
She probably like his nasty ass and just throwing dirty chones in here.
Yep.
Shoot. Dirty chones and no chones, am I right?
Oh man. Ping pong balls. I was gonna say the one thing I didn't like about Arrow was the whole flashback stuff.
Yeah, that was confusing.
Lasted for like 4 seasons, where he'd be doing something and he'd be like, "Oh, I need to take this ostrich egg to a hatchery, but I don't know how." And then he'd like remember when he was on the island, and like Deathstroke is like, "This is how you carry an ostrich egg to a hatchery." And then it would go back to the present. He's like, "I remember now."
Was that literally a thing, or
And then he's
was that
like,
just an example?
Ostrich egg, you have failed this city.
and then he would eat it.
Wait, did that really happen though?
No,
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
that's like how the scenario went
Okay,
down. That's
I
what
was
he-
like, was there really an ostrich egg? That's oh, snap. We got a follower. Thank you for following Drew433. Sweet.
"Oh man, what'd you say?"
We got a follower. Someone.
Hey!
I wish I had a whiskey button.
Whiskey.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say because I just heard it scream whiskey, and I was like, oh snap.
I'll say Drew443. I know that guy. Drewski.
Now I forgot what we were talking about. Thanks, Drew. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, thanks, Drew.
Drew got me this, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Shout out Drew443.
I see how it is, Drew.
Yeah, Drew, you need to send one to the whole squad.
yeah.
We're gonna have to hit you up.
What were we talking about? Oh, we were talking
Hey,
about Arrow, huh?
Is he a good drawer?
A drawer
Yeah,
Drawer.
because
artist.
he's Drew.
Oh wow,
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
wow.
Or
Gosh
maybe he's
dang it.
he's religious. He's Drew.
You're an idiot.
Anyway.
Hey,
so
let's
I'll
move
put
on.
Matt on timeout for 1 minute.
Let me
We'll
just
talk.
where's it at? I'm gonna mute Matthew, and me and Zach will just talk.
He's on at least a minute timeout.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's move on from Arrow. I got some news that actually this came out today. Apparently PlayStation's gonna remake Last of Us, the first one.
I was looking at that, yes.
What?
Yeah, and it's like, why? The game's, like people said, it's not even 10 years old.
PlayStation or Naughty Dog?
No, PlayStation's gonna make it.
Naughty Dog.
Apparently the team that's gonna be making it, I don't know, I didn't get to finish the article. The team that's gonna be remaking it is the one that did Days Gone, and they got denied making a Days Gone 2 because the game bombed. Yeah, and they're gonna completely remake the first Last of Us. But it's like, the game was remastered for PS4, it works just fine. Like, do we really need it remade?
Yes, we do. For PC, so I can play it.
You don't need to remake it, you could just release it on PC.
However it gets to PC, I'll be fine.
Have you
with
played it?
No,
You've never played Last of Us 1.
I've never played The Last of Us.
Have you ever played Last of Us 2?
Because
Okay.
I never played the first one. Why would I play the second one?
Well, yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
Zach. You
Li-
played Little Nightmares 2.
Little Nightmares. Why would you play the second one without playing the first one?
Didn't need to. But now that after I beat Little Nightmares 2, probably should have played the first one. It was a bomb
Freaking
game.
A.
Just saying.
That's so ridiculous though, and that's so it's not Naughty Dog, it's Sony.
No, Naughty
Why?
Dog's working on their own thing.
That's so dumb. Why though? Why? Especially the team that got denied a Days Gone too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they would just be remastering or upping like 3D models and stuff. They wouldn't actually be like making decisions on the
Well,
gameplay.
wouldn't that be a remaster, not a remake?
No, the game's technically been remastered. Remaster means like updating the textures
Yeah.
to work in a higher resolution and stuff. remake means actually redoing the 3D models and everything to make it more detailed and stuff. That's what they're doing.
Oh, okay.
So little color saturation and
You said
about it.
remake. I thought you meant like they're redoing the whole game,
No, they are. Well, I mean, like
completely new, like Last of Us game.
no. It's gonna be the first game, but it's look at the Shadow of the Colossus remake that came out. It's exactly the same
Okay.
game. It's just looks better.
They need to come up with better words.
What's another game? Prince of Persia is coming out. That's going to be the same way too.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
We don't know when it's coming out because it was supposed to come out. I think it should have been out by now actually, but they delayed it and then they took it off the release date and they're like, oh, we don't know when it's coming out. We got to up the graphics because they don't look as good as we thought they did. Kind of like Halo Infinite. So yeah.
When was
Well, you
this?
got to think too, because of COVID, like literally everything
Yeah.
for every industry is getting pushed back, no matter what it is.
That reminds me. I saw some stuff about Call of Duty this year.
Woo!
Because there's a subreddit that I follow called Gaming Leaks and Spoilers. Or no, it's just called Gaming Leaks, not spoilers. And people have been talking about what the next Call of Duty can be, and supposedly it's going to be made by Sledgehammer Games, who made World War II. What else did they make? I think they made Advanced Warfare.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they made the World War II one. That was their last game. They were supposed to make a Call of Duty game for last year. But apparently I think it was Activision didn't like their idea. So they said, you know what? No, you guys are canceled on your project, you know? I know that sounded funny. Your project's canceled. And then they said, Treyarch, you need to release your game this year instead of next year, which is why we got Black Ops Cold War. And they basically told Sledgehammer, go help them. So that's why Black Ops Cold War was so short and felt like a half complete game, was because they, instead of having the 3-year cycle, they only had 2 or whatever it was. So apparently after all that, Activision told Sledgehammer Games, like, okay, now you're gonna make a game for next year. But it's like, okay, so they need to make a game in a year now, because they were helping with Black Ops Cold War. They finished that game, and now you want them to make a game all of a sudden. So the game, from what I've seen, is going to be called World War II Vanguard. And it's supposed to be like it was either World War II Vanguard or it's just going to be called Vanguard. And I don't know if this is real or not. It's supposed to be like, not real history if World War II kept going or something like that. Excuse me. And then I've seen other rumors that it's going to be like you going through different wars, or it's going through time through different battles and stuff like that. But people have basically been saying about it, like, there's a lot of issues with this game and it's not going to be great because of the fact of how rushed it is. But at the same time, it's like, I can understand why they would want Sledgehammer to release a game instead of releasing Modern Warfare 2 right now, because they're like, Modern Warfare 2 requires more time and we want that to have the time that it needs. So that probably won't come out till next year.
You know what needs to be remade? Homefront.
The first one?
Yeah.
The first one was really good. I remember
It was
that.
really good.
I never played the second one.
Story.
Yeah, it was like a 4-hour game.
That, but
Yeah.
it was awesome.
The things was is that the story was short and the controls were a little off. You know.
Yeah, the multiplayer was really fun.
Yeah.
I never played the sequel either.
Redo it. But yeah, why? Like, okay, we need to get past the World War II. Okay, I get it. There's not a whole lot of wars going on, and I don't think we need to go make some for storylines for games. But it's like
we need a game about dinosaurs.
Never happened.
A war with dinosaurs.
Not facts.
Isn't that a Ark or
yeah.
I
That's
got
like-
another game.
Kind of like Far Cry Primal. Well, I wish Primal had dinosaurs in it though.
Dude, when does Far Cry come out? I want to play that game again.
We don't know. They haven't
Again.
said.
Delayed.
They
I
said
haven't
that
even played it yet, but I want to play it
they
again.
said we'll have to wait a little bit longer to find out more information because there seems to be issues with the game right now.
Zach, have you played Far Cry 5? 5?
Fry. Yeah.
Oh, you did? I thought you didn't.
I didn't beat it, but I played it.
That's what you should do after Heavy Rain.
Chocolate rain.
You should do Far Cry 5 and beat it. That game is so freaking good.
I don't know, man.
New Dawn's all right, but
It's
5
not
is
my
Far-
favorite. My favorite is 3.
I
by
played
far.
3.
5 Card 3 was awesome.
I
love
played
it.
Far Cry 3 at the beginning of last year. Far Cry 5 was better.
I don't know.
Ooh. Wait,
I
what
don't
was 3?
sneer.
3 is the one with Voss where you're on the
Yeah.
island. You didn't play it, Matthew.
Oh, okay. Oh, 4 is
4
It's,
is.
Himalayas or whatever.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I was right. Himalayas.
And then 5 are like the. Was it Montana? Is that where we're at?
I think it was.
Somewhere,
Yeah.
yeah, like that.
I think it was
Dude.
Montana.
That story is so freaking good, though.
It
Cold
really
Herd.
is. Cold Herd.
Dude, you gotta play that game. That game is so good. You know what you guys should play? Borderlands. Because I'm tired of playing Borderlands by myself.
Dude, that's what we should do on Wednesday. Play some Borderlands.
Is it crossplay?
The first one or
Oh,
the second
I
one?
don't know if it is. No, I would say the
Okay.
third one, Matthew.
But I'll have to play on PC because that's all I got.
I mean, I could play it on PC on the third one. Actually, if we're playing it through Xbox, I think we could play it together.
Let me see. Is it even on there? The Xbox Game
It
Pass?
doesn't support crossplay.
I know, but
Classic.
Matthew, if he's playing through
Xbox, that should be
Xbox
fine,
on
right?
his, the Xbox app on his PC, I think we could.
Always try it before Wednesday too. if we really
Yeah.
want to.
Well, I need to beat the second one still.
Psh, Beating games. So overrated.
Cross-platform co-op will be available specifically between PC and
Oh.
Xbox One users. Woo!
Oh, hell
Okay,
yeah.
so
Alright,
I think if
great.
you use the
Yeah,
which
you have to
one?
go through Xbox, yeah.
Well, good. I can actually play. I'm
That
gonna
means
make a new
I need to
character,
beat
though.
I need to beat Borderlands 2 pretty soon.
I have to make a new character then.
I got frustrated and that's why I stopped playing. Because
Is it
I would grind my level out doing all these side missions and get like super far, and then
Get you.
pretty soon like I get to a point where everybody was just killing me and I was just like, I'm done. And then Matthew would just be constantly bugging me every day, like, hey, did you beat it yet? I'm like, did you play Last of Us 2 yet? Because this happened at the beginning of last year.
Okay, there's a difference. Okay, Last of Us 2 had just come out that year, or whatever. This wasn't the beginning of last year. That was like 2019.
It was 2020 because Last of Us 2 came out in 2020.
Does 2020 even count at this point? Does that
No.
even count as a year?
No, I'm still only 30 years old. Did you say
Last
same?
of Us 2 did come out last year. What the heck?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
well,
I'm saying 2020 is such a weird.
came out in July, John. Okay, hadn't been that long. Borderlands, but hold on, let's see.
I know when Borderlands 2 came out. It was like 2011 or 2010.
2012, John.
2012,
Okay.
whatever.
Heyo. Ooh, what's up, girl? How you doing?
That's 8 years, John.
8 years.
Ha ha ha
8 years.
ha.
Okay, 8 years compared to like 2 months.
Gotta get on the grind.
Are you saying that I should have beat the game by then?
Yes,
What funny games you've never beat, Matthew?
we were actually playing Borderlands 2 together, I think.
Hey,
Jeez, y'all are
And then
I'm not that old.
Wow,
he
it's
took
rude.
he took forever, and so I was like, "Screw this! I'm gonna pass it by myself because I'm tired of this."
Talking about Borderlands 2?
I played it, huh?
You talking about Borderlands 2?
Yeah, I ended up playing because it was on the 360 is when we first started playing it.
Yeah.
That's how long ago it was. We played it first on 360, and then I transferred my file over to the Xbox One, I did the cloud thing, and then I played on Xbox One. Found out that when I had played by myself, I literally took me like 20 minutes to beat the game. That's how far I was in the game.
Oh, geez, you're so good at the game.
Yeah, I
Just
know.
kidding.
Thank you.
Wow. Borderlands.
Borderlands 3, dude. I found like total time has been like 2 months or 3 months, which is a long time, but I'm like barely halfway through it.
Dude, Borderlands nothing. I've been trying to beat Kingdom Hearts since like 2005.
Kingdom Hearts sucks.
I mean, to be
Never
fair,
played it.
to be fair,
No opinion.
the reason why I never beat Kingdom Hearts is because I would start it. Dude, I literally own 3 versions of Kingdom Hearts. Like I
Well,
own.
maybe you should just play the first one, John.
No.
Do the remakes.
No, so I bought it on freaking PlayStation 2 years ago, like in 2005 or whatever. I bought it used, and I was like, I'm gonna play it. Started playing it. I got to this part where you're because every time you leave a planet, you have this little ship that flies around.
The
There's-
gummy ship.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a part when you leave this island to progress in the game, and the whale from Pinocchio is supposed to eat you, and then that's how you progress the game.
Spoilers.
So every single time I would leave the planet, nothing would happen. And eventually I just got tired of it. I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I even went to like, because at that time we had dial-up internet. So I was like, I'm going to go to Barnes and Noble and look at the strategy guide. So I did. And it's like, oh, okay, that's what I'm supposed to do. Went back, couldn't figure it out. So I stopped playing it. Then I bought the game years later on PS3, started playing it again, got to the same damn part, and it happened again. So it's just like I'm not gonna do it anymore. And then
What that kills me is that you said you had to go to Barnes and Noble. You've got to pull up maps.com for directions. Print those out and then head over to the Barnes and
yeah.
Noble.
Now I do feel old.
You've got the map question, John.
I was gonna say, I
Yeah.
don't think it was so much you were old because like there was online strategy guys. It's just we
had
well,
dial-up
weren't
internet.
poor. We just weren't well off.
Yeah.
Dial up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, but like, you know, the funny thing is, I actually do remember using MapQuest one time. The
Yep.
first time we went to Joe's Crab Shack, in like where is it, Mission Valley? Freaking driving down the road, and my mom being like, "Okay, tell me where am I supposed to go next?" And going looking at the paper, going,
Shuffling through the papers.
Like 10 pages deep, like
Yeah, you're like,
I missed the turn.
hold on. Did you make a right? No. Oh crap! Hold on.
Yep.
You got to make a left. Actually, hold on. Open the glove. There's an actual map in there.
You're like, oh, that's a receipt. Get that out of there.
Yeah.
But no, like, then they announced the PS4 version. I'm like, I guess I'm gonna buy this version, and this is the one I'm gonna beat. I have not played it yet.
Third time's
Bailey-
the charm, Donald.
Never experienced MapQuest before.
Shit, the 2000s, baby.
Oh,
Just about.
yep. Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't do that with your phone. The phone reads it for you now. So
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Speaking
Jeez.
of phones, I was
Y'all
talking to her
are-
about
oh,
it.
I just saw the chat.
oh, were you not looking at the chat?
No, that's messed up. Calling us old, okay? We're spry young chickens, okay?
It kills me. I was talking about phones with her the other day. I'm like, yeah, I remember like the chocolate, the razor, the envy. She's like, no, never. I'm like, what? That's like, what do you mean you don't know? She's like, it's just iPhones. I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
god,
Oh god.
I am old.
John had the first iPhone, and then he had the phone before the iPhone was made.
I
It's
still
called the
have it.
Rocker, iTunes Rocker.
Yeah. So funny story about that phone. But yeah, I still have my iPhone. So back in 2006,
Jeez.
I was 16. My dad bought for my birthday. I asked him, I was like, hey, can you get me a phone or whatever? So he bought me this phone. It had just come out. It's called the iTunes Rocker. And what was cool about it was the first phone to have iTunes built into it.
Mhm.
And so the way it worked is you had to plug it into a computer and download music onto it, though. There was no iTunes store or anything like that to actually, download it through the cloud or anything. Cloud didn't exist yet. I had the phone for a week, and the cool thing too is it also had like built-in AOL Instant Messenger, which that's what we were all doing at the time, talking
Yeah.
to strangers on Instant
Emailing
Messenger.
it.
So
Email.
I remember I was talking to this girl through Instant Messenger who lived in Colorado too, because like I said, at that time you would just go on MySpace. I know this sounds really old.
Oh, yeah.
You would go on MySpace and just
MySpace?
add. Yeah, you didn't even experience MySpace.
I had it for like a year, but then after that, it was like
Yeah. But
didn't
yeah,
happen on it.
you used to go on and just add random people and then make friends with random people. But yeah, so
What was your pickup line though?
oh, it wasn't that kind of thing. We were just friends.
No, what was your pickup line?
I didn't have a pickup line. I still don't have a pickup line.
What did I jump back into?
We're talking about Instant Messenger.
AIM.
Yeah, so I was sitting there talking to this girl through Instant Messenger, and we were all swimming in the pool, and I was like, oh, you know, I'm gonna go swimming. So I put my phone down.
Go Hollish.
I jumped into the pool, and I landed on my foot, and it hurt so bad. And I was like, what the hell? What did I step on? And I look in the water, and my phone was down there. I have no idea. Still to this day, I have no idea how my phone got in the pool. So I pulled it out. That phone, I literally only used it for a week because there was no fixing it after it went in the water.
Nope. There's no putting that one in there. Ain't gonna fix it.
So the funny thing is, I think it was like 4 phones that I jumped in the pools with.
Your first phone, dude.
We used to have that old Nokia, the brick phone
Oh,
that could survive anything.
still surviving.
Yeah, if I could find it, it's probably still on.
Let's see. I have a picture somewhere.
So,
But yeah.
him and cockroach, bro, live forever.
So I went to I bet you there's a cockroach out there who owns a Nokia phone. That's how they talk to other cockroaches. They get stepped on, they put the phone above them. But yeah, so
Hey man.
so we went to Universal Studios with my dad one year, and I had that Nokia phone, and we went down to the pool. It was me. Cracking open a cold one.
Always.
Yeah, so we went down to the pool, and freaking I remember sitting there putting all my stuff down, and Matthew was standing next to me. I'm pretty sure. And I went to jump in the pool, and I remember like it was like slow motion. It was like slow motion. I jumped off the edge of the pool or whatever, and I hear Matthew, "What about your phone?" And then I look in my pocket, and I can see the like bulge in my pocket, and I was like, "No!" And I just fell.
Showing off, dude.
Shut up.
Big TV, big computer, bulge in my pocket.
Shut up.
Big bulge is what he said. It's a big old bulge.
It was a
in my
big
pocket.
phone, okay? But yeah,
Your
so,
phone, you just happy to see me, John.
so yeah, I jumped in and I instantly pulled it out and put it on the edge of the pool. And I remember that night, like sitting there and like taking it apart, using the blow dryer, trying to dry it off and stuff. And I was like, it's good. It's all dry now. And I plugged it in, and all it would do is go like the light just kept flickering on and off. And I was like, oh no, this phone's done. I found a way to kill it.
That's how you know John's old. He pulled out a blow dryer before rice. Rice was invented.
I don't have. You're so dumb. I don't. How am I gonna have rice in a hotel?
Okay, okay, John.
Oh, so dumb. I was gonna say, did you say that you were letting Rylan, our cousin, borrow your phone?
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, so he had let her use the phone to call her mom, and so then he grabbed the phone back and put it in his pocket, and then that's why he jumped in the pool with it.
Yeah, see, I didn't even remember that.
You weren't even in midair. You jumped in the pool, and you looked at me, and you're like all smiling, getting ready to like play and stuff, and I'm like, "Where's your phone?" You're like, "Oh crap!"
I mean, it's happened so many times, so.
I've jumped in the pool with my phone once, and it was when I was in high school, and I don't remember which phone it was, but I remember I was texting my friend, and I thought I threw it down on top of my clothes, but I accidentally put it in my pocket. Didn't realize it. I'm running to jump, and I jump, and then in midair I'm like, crap. I reach in my pocket and I go like this to pull it out, and it like goes boop under real quick, and I jump back up and throw it out of the pool. But it was like
Too
those,
late.
those old phones didn't have water resistance at all. Just that little dunk.
The
and it was
best
done.
the best story is Juanito at the beach.
I forgot about that one.
So we were at the beach. Juanito's our cousin. We were at the beach though, and
Oh wait, hold on. This was the first phone we had.
yeah, that's the Nokia phone.
That's it right there. That's what it looked like.
Only game it had on it was Snake.
Yeah, we had it somewhere.
And
I
then
don't
when
know
you
what
would be
happened to
like, you'd be like, dude, I got a Linkin Park ringtone. And I'd be like, oh, let me hear it. And it'd be like, and it was just like some little polyphonic sound.
it. Side note: here's me with the Wienermobile.
Yeah. Dressed as a hot dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we were at the beach with Juanito and his mom. And he was probably like 12 years old at the time. And so he had like his mom was like, hey, call whatever. And so she hands him the phone, he starts calling, and then we're sitting there talking and whatever, and she goes, hey, where's my phone? And I was like, oh, I don't know, Juanito had it. Well, where's Juanito? And we all turn and look, and he's running towards the water, like to go
He's in
play.
the water, running towards the waves, like.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't. No, say it again, Matthew. I didn't.
I was saying he was running in the water, running towards the waves, like waving his hand. We're like, Juanito, yelling at him, and he's just like, just
He's
running.
just playing in the water, and we're just like, oh, that phone's done.
That's so funny.
But yeah. No, I was gonna say, like, it's weird how much phones have changed. Like, I remember getting the first iPhone when I was in high school. I was a senior in high school, and I was finally able to get it after saving up money. And I remember getting it and being like, this is awesome. It's got iTunes built into it and blah, blah, blah. And putting all my music on there because I had an iPod. I had tons of music and stuff at the time. So I used to wear like jeans in high school, or I would wear cargo pants sometimes, but it was just like phone, wallet, keys,
yeah.
iPod, headphones, blah, blah, blah. Like all this stuff I had to carry on me. Sometimes Nintendo DS or something like that.
GameCube.
Yeah, I carried the GameCube. Dude, I remember one time I took Rock Band to school. That was such a pain in the ass.
I remember that.
Oh, I bet. That's so much stuff.
Because when I say I took Rock Band, it wasn't just the game. I took my Xbox, the game, my drum set, my 2 guitars, and my microphone, and it was such a pain to carry around. I remember being on the bus, being like, just holding it there, waiting.
Oh no, I'm about to jam out in class. Don't worry about it.
But no, so I remember when the iPhone came out, like, this is awesome, you know. Now I don't have to carry an iPod around. But I remember at that time, one, there was no app store. The apps that came on it were it. And there was no way to really access stuff without Wi-Fi. Like you couldn't use YouTube or anything unless you had Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So I remember like when they first announced, they're like, oh, you can actually download new apps. And I was like, that's awesome, you know. Crap, there's no apps out yet, you know. And things like, I remember when they were first like, you can actually download stuff through your mobile network instead of through Wi-Fi. I was like, this is awesome, you know. I can actually use YouTube now. And then finally, like, I mean, I guess that would be recent years, right? Apple Music finally came out in like 2018 or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, I can stream music to my phone now. Like, it's crazy. I remember like the first iPhone, like there were a ton of things like I said, the apps you couldn't do and stuff. And I remember I jailbroke my phone, but it was after I didn't use the phone anymore, because I bought my iPhone, and at that time I was under my dad's cell phone thing on AT&T. My mom has Verizon, so I was under my dad. And there was one time we went to Mexico for a funeral. That's not what I was laughing about. We went to Mexico for a funeral.
Yeah, John.
That's not what I was laughing about. That's not what I was laughing
Just
about.
like, we went to a funeral. Like,
Oh,
okay, yeah.
That's
Oh,
complete 180 from where we were. Like, we had the iPhone. There's a
anyways,
funeral that weekend. Don't
so
worry about it. Anyway.
we went to Mexico, and I remember I guess I forgot to. I didn't know I was supposed to switch my phone to roaming or whatever.
Oh,
So when
shoot.
I got back, and I was
Got
only
the
there,
bill bill.
I was there for like 2 days, and I used the internet on my phone or whatever. My dad got mad at me, and he's like, "You had a $300 bill and blah blah blah." And I was like, "Okay, I'll pay it. You know, just tell me how much it was." And all he did was complain about it. He never told me how much I owe him. So I never paid him back. I was like, "Just tell me what it is. I'll pay for it. It's fine."
Yeah.
But I remember one day, like maybe like 2 weeks later, I went to use my iPhone and I was trying to call people and I was just like, why isn't my phone working? Like nobody, like I haven't gotten any text messages today. Nobody's called me, you know, and I can't place any calls or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at my brother Andrew's house. And so I was like, hey, can I borrow your phone? And so I called my dad and I said, hey, is your phone messed up? Oh, obviously his phone wasn't messed up because he answered. But I was like, hey, my phone's not working for some reason. He's like, well, yeah, I canceled it. And I was like, why? he's like, I got tired of you got a $300 bill. I was like, I told you I'd pay it. Why'd you cancel my plan? I don't have a phone now.
That sucks.
And so I told my mom and she's like, well, I mean, I have an extra line on mine. So I went to Verizon for a little bit. And it wasn't until like, I don't know, years later that he was like 2009. I was like, I'm going to get on my own plan. I'm getting an iPhone again. At that time, iPhones were only on AT&T also.
Yeah.
It wasn't until the iPhone 4S that they made a big deal. They're like, iPhone's on Verizon now.
I don't know. It kills me. You brought up so many like older things that I remember now. Because I remember carrying my phone, and I had a Nano that looks like the little.
Dude, those were
TV
so
remotes.
cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I had to have. Wrap it up in my headphones, stick in my pocket. I'd have a wallet. I didn't have keys because I was too young, but like, I'm like, wow, that's a real throwback right there.
I was gonna say, if Bailey's still watching, you want to hear a real throwback? When John and I used to ride the bus to school, first of all, riding the bus, but when John and I used to ride the bus to school, we used to carry our CD players.
Oh God.
And John used to carry this big case.
I still have it. Hold on. I'll be right back.
He would sit there and like we'd all be sitting in like the back of the bus, and I'd be like, hey John, can I see your CD case? He'd be like, yeah, and I'd get it, and then like, and you can't listen to one song, you have to listen to the whole CD. So I'd be sitting there like, I'd be like looking, I'm like, do you have the Panic at the Disco CD? And be like, yeah. I'm like, oh damn it, I wanted to listen to that. So I'm like looking through, like, oh okay, I'll listen to System of a Down. Not only that, we didn't have like the actual CDs. We had a lot of burn copy CDs.
Oh, the burn. Oh,
what's
man.
even worse is when you don't put the album on the CD and you just write like the band. You just write the band like System of a Down, and you're like, okay, well, we'll find out with the first song which album this is.
God. So old school.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Hey,
there it is.
All the burn ones.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at all these CDs.
Look at there. That's what I was talking about right there.
Look at, I used to write the actual logos on there.
Yep.
There you go. Look at that Maxwell one, dude.
You know what was the biggest pain in the ass? I don't know if you said it because I was running over there. Would be like riding the bus and you're listening to it and you didn't have anti-skip on your CD player.
Oh God, yeah.
So you'd be listening to it, and then it would just stop and you're like, oh crap, I gotta wait a couple seconds for the CD to catch up.
Well, imagine. Imagine. Stop hitting the damn bumps.
So here's my very first iPhone. I'm gonna show you right now. It is so freaking tiny. Look at this.
Boom.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that thick boy right there, man.
Yeah. Well, here's my current phone. Look at how small that thing is.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how I ever freaking like use this. My fingers are way too fat for that.
Yeah,
John.
show how thin
With-
your phone is now compared to that. Yeah.
Damn, boy, she thick.
Well, he's got a case on though too.
Yeah.
No, yeah, let me take the case off.
I was gonna say, dude, that's a thick boy right there.
Imagine
That's
John
two
just
C's.
John
for sure.
drops his phone and cracks
He
the screen
cracks it right now. Look at that.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Look, I can hold it behind it.
Literally like double the size. That's ridiculous.
That's what I was gonna look for. I was gonna look for my phone, but it's packed up. I have my old phones; they're just all packed up.
I
right
have
now.
all my old iPhones in my closet. But I mean, after a
well, I
while,
do have
this is the
something that's
coolest one because it was
old.
completely different.
Oh yeah. I just remember giving my dad's computer just like viruses after viruses. Good old
Dude.
LimeWire.
Freaking yeah. When
Half
I
the
was
songs were not what I wanted.
dude, yeah, like when I was in high school, I got my first Mac after because I was in ag and I sold my pig for money to get a Mac.
Or R.I.P. to Porky.
Yeah, bacon.
Yeah. R.I.P. to Bacon. F's in the chat. Bacon.
No, I remember getting that and I was like, dude, I want to get some music and stuff like that. Like I've heard of this band and blah blah blah. Obviously I had CDs, you know, but there was like stuff I didn't have yet. And so I remember like going on LimeWire and downloading, like just searching and getting whatever. And some of them were
LimeWire.
horrible quality. But then a lot of the times I'd be like, oh, I got this whole album. And then it would just be some like Armenian dude talking. And I was like, okay, this isn't the album. What the heck happened?
Got LimeWire.
And then I remember in 2000
people would do the YouTube live like videos of bands. So you like it would be like a concert or something, or like a radio edit. So you'd be like,
Yeah.
109. Like, hold on. 109. Oh wait, where's it at? 109 on the sky.
it's not working. You gotta turn the
109, checking in with you guys. It's Fall Out Boy.
And then am I more than you know? And you're like, damn it, I don't want to listen to this damn megaphone thing going on.
So thank you,
Oh,
Bailey, for
say
the
real
F in the
quick,
chat.
Here's something I have that's old. Look at this guy.
The old
Oh,
action figures.
shit, those are old.
Back when they're
I had-
actually opposable.
Yeah, I've had
Because
this
now they're
since,
all like stiff bodied all the time.
I've had this since like middle school.
Damn.
It's a
Yeah.
Funko Pop before a Funko Pop.
For you who don't
Dude,
know,
look at
he was
how
in middle school in like 2002.
Look at good shape. Look at you got booty too.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna put I'm gonna paint today, but when I put my stuff
Oh,
up,
thank God.
I'm gonna have him sitting back there.
So I was saying though, LimeWire, I remember I downloaded Chiodos's Bone Palace Ballet because it had just come out. I had no way of buying it. So I downloaded
good
the
album.
album. And I think like a year later or whatever, when I had the money, I actually bought the album because I was like, yeah, it's one of my favorite musicians. I want to actually support them and whatnot. I found out that two of the songs that I had on that album from LimeWire, they had the titles wrong. So the whole time I thought this song was this song. So when I got that album and I started listening to it, and I was like, this isn't that song. They messed up on the freaking on the freaking album case for the CD. And then I was like, oh wait, I'm a dumbass. Like whoever labeled these on LimeWire just did them wrong. So yeah, for a year I was calling the song the wrong name.
My question is, John, look in that
That's so
CD
funny.
case and see if you have that CD.
What, Chiodos?
Yeah. See if
Oh,
you have
I
the
have
burned
another
one
case.
or the actual one.
The burned one? No, I don't have the burned one
That's
anymore.
like a letter from Janelle and I cut my hair. Hawaii was synced.
I think it was. I think it was those. I think it
That
was.
wouldn't surprise me.
Which is like, when you think about it, it's like a letter from Janelle. It's a soft song. There's the album right there.
Yeah, it's a huge difference. Yeah.
A letter from Janelle is the soft song, and if I cut my hair, Hawaii will sink is not. And I remember thinking like, this title doesn't match with the song.
A letter from
Okay.
Janelle.
But yeah, no, good old
It's all
LimeWire days,
supposed to be
dude.
the piano version. It's if I cut my hair Hawaii, it's like, oh, that doesn't really match up, but I dig it.
No, dude, like I remember at that time like just downloading everything because I was like I couldn't afford anything, and I remember downloading. I remember it was like a huge thing for me. Where it's like, dude, I downloaded Cloverfield, or
Oh,
I downloaded
Oh,
I Am
remember that,
Legend.
yeah.
And
John was that Mexican uncle that had all the burned DVDs. Like he
Yep,
used to have
yep.
like he would buy DVD cases, like just plain ones, and make his own DVD covers.
I did.
There was a Cloverfield one. And then, okay, listen too. This is before we took graphic design.
I got into
okay?
graphic design before graphic design.
So it was like a picture from Cloverfield and the other one just like mashed together, you know. And then they're like compressed, you know, so they're like skinny or they're like stretched out, you know.
Dude, I made a DVD case for our first like video we ever made, the disc. I don't know where, I still have it somewhere, but it looked like crap because I think I made all the graphics in like Microsoft Word or Paint or something like that.
One day,
Classic, dude.
one day when we get more popular, we'll sell that.
Hell no. I'm not
Send
doing
out
that.
I mean, we'll make new ones with the same design.
No, I hope
and sell
nobody
it.
finds that video.
McDonald's sexy remix. Y'all
That
look it
one
up,
I'm
that's all
fine with.
saying.
I'm not in
No,
that one.
That needs to die.
I still have that CD.
Bars.
That CD is never seeing the light of day. That one is dead.
But yeah,
Those
no,
bars.
I remember downloading those movies and I was like, dude, this is so cool. I got the movie and blah, blah. They were such shitty quality, dude. They were, because it was literally someone with the camera recording it and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I remember, I think it was Hot Fuzz. Hot Fuzz I downloaded and there's a, like you're sitting there listening to it and you hear someone lean over and go, hey, you think they're the bad guy or something like that? And I was like, oh God, there's someone talking during the movie.
No, the one of the terrible ones is that you like there's a moment where something happens and like someone walking across, like trying to get out of the road.
Oh,
and they
yeah.
walk right in front of the camera. You're like, no, get the hell out of the way! I can't
Dude,
see."
that's what we need now during this pandemic. That theater experience at home. We need those kind of movies where you're like, oh shit, yeah, let me stand up really quick and let you by.
Right?
You just hear. While you're watching the movie, just like surround sound.
You're like, turn off your phone.
You're like, oh, I think that guy's the bad guy. I gotta take a dump.
I'll be right
You need
back.
the
Tell me what
previews for,
happens.
like, when it's just black, when the whole screen's blacked out. Should I get the manager? It's been a whole minute. I'll be back. I'll be right back.
Or just like HBO Max, it's just out of all their movies, just randomly it'll go blue screen.
Exactly, right?
Just to give you that movie theater experience.
Dude, you want to? I feel old saying this too. I remember before they had previews at movie theaters.
Before they had movies.
Used to go to the theater. All ended when this guy got shot. I think he was the president.
Too soon. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I remember freaking going to, because there wasn't a theater at Parkway yet.
Damn, that is old.
Yeah.
No.
I wasn't
It's even
around.
worse. Dude, we used to go to the movie theater in Santee. There's no movie theater in Santee anymore.
Nope.
Drive-in.
Oh yeah, there's that. But this used to be where what's that? Vaughn's is.
Oh wow.
There used
Yeah,
to be
you
a
are.
big movie theater there, and there was a Godfather Pizza. And we went to the movie theaters there. And at that time, you'd walk in and they just had still images like, don't forget to go to the concession stand, or like, hey, call this number for whatever realty. Like, that would just be images flashing on the screen. And then it would be like, it would go black, and then it would come up with like movie trailers all of a sudden, or the movie would start. I don't remember, but yeah, they didn't used to show like videos on the screen when you were walking in the theater.
Jeez.
And I
That's
remember
old.
they were like the
Dude.
Regal 20. That was the first thing that they really did.
Zach might remember this one. You remember DZ Zone?
A little bit.
The
Was it,
Discovery Zone?
Discovery Zone. Yeah, it was like a place for parties. It was like it had like a jungle gym, slides, and like a ball pit and stuff.
Where Motor World is.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Dang, that's old too.
Like I remember like friends and like cousins would have parties there.
Yep.
I always wanted to have a party there, but my mom and dad were like, "No, we're not paying for that."
Mm-hmm.
We're like, no, it's perfect. You have a perfectly good yard outside. You can go
They're like,
run around.
that's how you
wanna
get
ball pit?
hepatitis.
Here,
Okay.
grab some dirt, ball it up.
That's a reservation party for you.
Yeah.
Dude, you want to know about living on the reservation? Our dad used to throw cow pies at us.
He did.
We used we used to have rock fights.
Yep.
We used to go out in the field and you just collect a bunch of small rocks and you just chucking them at each. Oh man, that's so like reservation, dude. Just having rock fights out, and like the thing is the thing is on the reservation, like there was a traffic at that time. So imagine driving by and seeing two little kids just
chucking those hooves,
chucking rocks at each other. But like there's one time John and I went and had a rock fight with my dad, and John and I are on one side and we're throwing rocks at each other. All of a sudden a rock comes flying, like a big rock, and we're like, what the hell? But it's floating. And we're like, what the heck? So we smack it out of the air and we're like, why is it wet? He threw a cow pie. If you don't know what a cow pie is, that's the cow turd. And it just, when they take a dump, it just like, it solidifies like a flat, like thin thing. So
well, because it's all just grass and weeds.
Threw it like a frisbee.
At that time, there were still cows on the reservation.
Yeah, dude, when we were kids, we used to chase cows. We used to have to chase cows out of the yard.
Yeah, and then they ruin our fence because they would freak out and just go and bump into the fence trying to jump over it.
3 little kids running out in their underwear chasing cows out of the yard.
Saturday mornings.
Our mom and dad wake us up. There's cows in the yard. We get on half asleep.
Like, go on, Gee. Go on
like,
now.
These weren't small cows either. They're like cows, full-size cows. We chased them out of the yard.
It's really weird when you
kids.
think about it, like just that cows would just wander into your yard.
Yeah.
Because at that time, freaking, whoever owned the cows, they were pretty much res dogs. Like they just roamed wherever. Like you had to be careful if you were driving through the road because there would just be cows. I
prefer cows over res dogs, though. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
that's fair. You can scare off a cow.
Yeah,
Scare off a res dog.
You're walking, you see a res dog, you look at him, and you're just like, all right, if he starts taking steps towards me, I'm running. You know. Yep. You're just like, he's still watching me. He's still watching me. Oh, he's moving. Oh, man. You haven't really lived on the res unless you've gotten chased by a res dog.
Very sure. Those are facts.
Oh, man. We just start grabbing whatever you can and throwing it. Get the hell away. Go home. Go home. You stand there and try and act.
Is that your dog?
Try to act tough. You're like, come on, dog. Oh, crap, he's coming. Oh, man. I hated that. I hated res dogs.
Yeah, res dogs are annoying. I mean, what's more annoying is people buying dogs and then just being like,
making them into res
well,
dogs.
he'll stick around, right? And it's like, he's a dog. Like, he's not trained. You just bought him yesterday. Why would you just let him outside?
Right. Let him outside with their weeds and dirt.
I mean,
in a yard.
I'll admit, when I moved,
I put him outside to go play in the yard. What yard? You don't have a fence.
Yeah. When
the reservation's the yard.
When I moved here, I couldn't grasp the concept of an indoor dog. Like at that time, I didn't know that was a thing until I was watching like some vlogger on YouTube, and I saw that his dogs were indoor, and I was like, "You can have your dogs inside?" Yeah. I thought they're just supposed to be outside and roam around wherever they want. And that's when I got Mr. Bubbles, and I trained him inside. But then at the same time, I was like, oh, I also learned that freaking dogs piss and crap everywhere until you train them.
Speaking of dogs, I just saw a dog running around in the neighbor's yard.
That's weird.
They don't have a fence on the other side.
Alpine dog. It's probably all classy.
Mm-hmm. He came from the res. He came from Bois.
Came all the way over here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, is this Janet's? No.
He saw I was looking for the Starbucks. I think I made a wrong turn.
Yeah.
Oh man, people are gonna know where we live now.
I mean, they don't know where we live. They know.
That's where Zach lives,
Yeah.
next
Come
to
by
Via
Alpine.
House.
Come to A-Town.
A Town.
I remember I
Oh
was
man.
there's a guy I went to school with. One time he posted on his story on Instagram, and he was like,
In college.
"Yeah, in college. This guy's younger than me. He's probably around your age, Zach. Actually,
I don't know this guy.
no, you wouldn't know him. He's from the Bay Area originally.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't know.
So he was living, I think, in like around university or something like that, because we went to
Spring
college.
Valley.
Spring Valley, that's where he lived. And he was like posted on his story. He's like, oh, this is a great place. Found it out way out in the boonies of San Diego. And I'm looking at his store. I'm like, he's at freaking Janet's. I'm like, I messaged him. I was like, the boonies, dude. You're in Alpine, dude. Like, that's where I live.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you know, I was like, that's not the boonies. I was like, the boonies would be El Centro or Campo or something, you know?
Another 20-30 minutes east and you'll be out in the boonies in Descanso.
Yeah.
Alpine's the mountains.
Or yeah, Descanso, not El Centro.
That's so funny.
No, and then I remember one time talking to another guy I went to school with, and I said, yeah, I actually live in East County. And he's like, oh, you don't live in San Diego or whatever. And I was like, dude, this is like the farthest you can go. Or no, I said I live in East County. And he's like, I thought you lived in Alpine. That's not East County. And I was like, dude, that's like the eastest county there is in in San Diego. What are you talking about?
San Diego County.
Greater San Diego area.
Yeah.
San Diego is freaking huge.
Yeah, I don't think people see like my Twitter says I live in San Diego. And it's funny because I do that because I don't want people to know where I live, and here I am telling people where I live.
Here's my address. Drop it in the chat. Send some mail.
Come fight me.
Come fight me. My yard's full of res dogs. You got to get past them to get to me.
It's fenced in, but full of res dogs.
No, I put San Diego, and it's like, I'm sure most people, if they see that, they're like, oh, he lives in the city. It's like, San Diego is actually huge. Like, people think San Diego City automatically, you know, it's kind of like when I think of people, like when people say, oh, I live in LA, I instantly think Hollywood. And it's like, wait, no, LA is actually pretty big. Like, Hollywood is its own little city.
Yeah. Well, you also have like San Diego, like Chula Vista, you know, it's like, that's not like the farthest, is it? South.
Chula Vista, yeah, it pretty much is.
Pretty far south. And then I think
it goes all the way to the border.
Is Rancho Bernardo part of
It's North County.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And like if you were to go from Rancho Bernardo to Chula Vista, that would take you like an hour and a half probably.
Yeah.
And that's on the freeway.
Traffic. Yeah.
I was gonna say that's on the freeway too. That's like
not during rush hour.
Like when I would go to school, our school was down by SDSU. From Alpine to there, it's like an hour. Mm-hmm. And like, cause when I'd get up in the morning, I'd get up and drive, and I'd listen to music, and I just kind of would zone out, you know, just be like, you know, cause I'd always leave early, so I was like, I don't have to really worry, you know, I'm just driving. But people would always be like, oh, you live in Alpine? Damn, that's a long drive. I'm like, is it? Like, and then one day I'm just like, okay, I'm leaving at this time. And then I got there and I'm like, holy crap, that took me an hour. I'm like, I never even realized. I'm just like, I'm zone out and just drive, you know? It just became routine. But I was like, damn, that is far. That's why people are like, yeah, you want to go to downtown? I'm like, not really.
You picking me up?
Yeah, you gonna pick me up?
I ain't got money. If you really want to do it, you can pick me up. I ain't driving that far.
The other thing is, you know, my car's an SUV.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I hate driving downtown. It is the worst. Especially since San Diego's airport is right next to the downtown area.
Yep.
That thing is so crowded. Like my mom, we got tickets to we got the season tickets for Padres to 2 years in a row.
Mhm.
And she's always like, "Oh, are you going to the game today?" And I'm like, "I don't know." I'm like, I want to, but I don't want to drive down there.
Right.
She's like, "Oh, are we gonna go to the game?" I'm like, "I don't know. Are you driving? Because I don't want to drive."
Yeah, parking sucks. That's always an issue.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, oh, you can park in this area, that's really close by, but everyone else parks there to tailgate.
Mhm.
Or you can park at this one that's close by, but it fills up right away from the people who are
Yep.
closer, who live closer. Or you can park at this one, which is like $10, but that one fills up because it's cheaper. Or you can park at that one that's $20.
And we always parked at I want to say the Hilton. That's the bridge, the sky bridge across.
Yeah, yeah.
We always park there.
Oh, we went with you one time.
Yeah, we went with you.
That's right.
When you got the first base side.
Yeah.
That's what made me get. I told my mom, I'm like, oh, I want to get close, because we came one time with Zach, and I was like, dude, I don't know if I can get other seats after this. And I got the third base side. Oh, it was awesome.
Those are
I
good
loved
ones
it.
too, yeah.
Expensive as hell though.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, I remember
It'd be
back.
worth it now that we have a good team, but
I remember when you did that too. They're like, "Oh, John will jump in too." So they started making me pay, and I was like, "I don't want season tickets. Like,
You
I don't
paid for,
care."
like 1 month, and then you're like, I don't
No,
want
no.
season tickets.
I paid for one season, and I got annoyed by it because you guys would constantly tell me, "Let's go to the game. We paid for these tickets." I was like, "I didn't want to be a part of this."
Those are lies.
No, they're not. It's the truth.
I mean, we got
Those
the
are all lies.
season tickets because of the All-Star game
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
when we had it there, so we're able to get those tickets because we would have like first dibs.
I think that was the year after we got rid of our tickets.
I was gonna say, speaking of
Oh, yeah.
All Stars,
Yeah. The 2 years we had our tickets, they did terrible.
I was gonna say,
That was the year where they traded a bunch of their people
Mm-hmm.
in the mid-season, and I'm like, oh, this is great. That's what I'd always make the joke of, like, oh, these whoever's up to bat, like, oh, you better not do a good hit, or else he's gonna get traded next week.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, speaking of All Stars, did you guys see that the MLB talked about taking the All Star game out of Georgia because
Oh,
of the whole
yeah.
voter thing?
Moving to Colorado? No. What was it?
I don't remember what state it was. It might have been Colorado. But yeah, because of the whole thing. If you don't know about Georgia signed in a law saying that like things like if you're waiting in line for voting, you're not allowed to bring someone water or food or anything like that. Basically, they're trying to do the people who signed the law are trying to do voter suppression because basically if you're sitting there with no water for a long time, you're going to be like, well, I'm thirsty, and get out of line, and then you'll lose your chance to vote. Then they're trying to sign other laws, basically like, oh, well, you can only vote in this one specific area, to kind of hinder people who are voting to make it be less voters. So a lot of companies are trying to fight that by saying, well, we're pulling our business out of Georgia now.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
Where is it moving?
You haven't found it?
No, Colorado.
It is Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado.
But yeah, so the MLB talked about moving the All-Star game, which is pretty crazy.
It's like
So-
petition to move it to
Indiana.
Indiana.
We don't have a baseball team.
Hey, you don't, huh?
Chicago or St. Louis, I'd be in.
Or there you go. That's the closest one. Wait, does
Have it at Wrigley, I'd be in.
Have you-
Indiana have a football team?
Colts.
Oh, Indianapolis. Wait.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Have you gone to
Oh.
did you ever go to any baseball games while you were in not Indiana, in
Illinois?
Yeah.
We
You
went
did?
to the White Sox game and Cubs game. We went
pretty
to
Oh,
cool.
the-
nice.
I told Matthew it'd be
Yeah.
cool to go to every single stadium to check them out.
That's what I said. We also been to. I've been to St. Louis too.
That's
I
cool.
forgot who they played, but I've been there.
Yeah, I'd love to check out all the football stadiums and all the
I've been
baseball
to-
stadiums.
Obviously, Qualcomm and Petco.
R.I.P. to Qualcomm.
Yeah.
Qualcomm. I know, crazy's gone.
Someone up. Someone up.
Oh, here we go. Pouring out for. No, I'm just kidding.
My computer's not
My
working.
Computer. But Qualcomm and Petco, Oakland Coliseum.
I never got to go see the Raiders at Oakland.
Oh, you missed out.
My dad never took me. He took my other two brothers, never me. I wish I could turn my camera to black and white right now and just.
But I also went to shoot, what's it called in Boston?
I don't remember what it's called.
Stadium called?
I mean, you got
Fenway.
a computer in front of you.
Fenway. I ran in Fenway on
That's
the field
pretty
and stuff when I did my Spartan race. Like I have that footage still. I haven't looked at it, but I had my GoPro on when I was doing the Spartan race, and I remember like a couple times I just stopped. I'm like, dude, this is freaking crazy. I'm running in Fenway Park.
Right.
And I'd be just sitting there like looking around. I'm like, oh crap, I'm supposed to be running. I was gonna say I want to look at that footage, and John's like, you should upload it. I'm like, yeah, it's just gonna be me heavy breathing.
Right into the mic, yeah.
No different than any of the other footage we upload.
What?
It says no different than any of the other footage that we upload.
When I'm playing games. There's a guy on the right.
No, but yeah, no, seriously, I would love to check out all the different stadiums.
Yeah. Oh, I was
Go
gonna say
Coast.
Angel Stadium. We've been to Angel Stadium also.
I mean, I've been outside Angel Stadium.
No, we went to a game when we were kids.
I don't remember that.
With Christina and
Yeah, I don't remember.
yeah.
I remember going to Bamboozle Left outside the stadium.
Little red car, we drove all the way up there.
I remember that. I don't remember watching the game or going to the stadium.
Yeah. We drove up there to go watch a game.
That's like I want to go to every state too and check them out. Like just different things.
Come to Indiana.
Except for Indiana.
So y'all a good time.
I'm just kidding.
We're gonna go up California and then go across.
I mean, we went to a bunch of states when we went to
get to the top of California.
When we went to Montana.
That's a whole trip in itself.
Yeah, dude, that's like when I drove to Sacramento, it was like 11 hours.
Yep.
That's not even the top of California. Like it's in the top area, but that's not even the top of California is freaking huge.
No, what's crazy is that we got to Montana in 16 hours too.
Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't us driving. That was Eric, and he drove nonstop, but it was insane. Like I remember thinking, like, and like when we got back or whatever, I was like, it's weird to think like this morning we were like halfway across the United States. It's always weird when you come back from a trip. Like for me, that's always a thought I have. Like, man, I was in a different state this morning or different area this morning. You know?
Yeah.
Like when we went up to San Francisco.
Yeah. Also weird just because I'm afraid of flying. But yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Where's Montana? Montana's right there.
All right, fam. It's time for me to get going though.
Yeah, we've been going for an hour and a half, so I think it's a good place to end it. Yeah, I'm hungry too. So let's wrap this up.
Well, before we leave, say congrats to Zach again.
Oh yeah,
for his belt.
For your,
I mean, I got a belt too, but it's
your
not like
your black belt,
a jiu-jitsu belt.
I'm just kidding.
Just a regular belt.
I might be colorblind. No, I'm just kidding. Your blue belt.
Blue.
Your baby blue belt.
Getting beat up. Here's what I figured, right? I got that blue belt because my joints hurt, my fingers hurt. That's what it is. You're like, oh, I noticed this pains more than I did before. That's what jiu-jitsu is. You rank up.
You rank up by the more you complain. And once you start grunting while getting up, you get a black belt. You just.
That's what I said. Like I was getting up there, like, my hip. I have this problem. It's like you're ready for blue. Like what? This is how it should work.
You just start complaining every time you get up, like, oh, my leg. Yeah, no, okay, cool.
That wasn't believable. You'll know.
Once you get massive traps and then start complaining, then you'll go up. And then if you get cauliflower, you automatic black belt.
Wait, so is Ricky like a black belt? He's got massive traps and he complains. No, I'm just kidding.
I already got my cauliflower in my left ear. It's developing.
Oh, really?
And it hurts.
Oh, wow. What's that from?
But getting abused in
Like,
jujitsu.
because you can't punch or anything, so.
Well, like, when they're squeezing your head and dropping forearms on it,
Oh.
throwing up leg locks on your face.
They need to make
then
little ear
Constant trauma,
guards.
yeah. I wear it.
And then they whisper in your ear. They're like, "You have failed this city."
So dumb.
Could you imagine if you just like you got someone in a headlock and you just start whispering in their ear, just like, "Hey, how you doing? You doing good?" You're like, all right, let go, tap out. I'm done.
It's like,
You
your hair
ready to go
smells
to sleep?
nice.
Night, night.
Like, you come here often. Say hello to the Sandman.
You're like, get off of me! Get off of me! It's a good tactic.
You know what you do is before the match you ask someone like, "What's your dream?" They're like, "To become the best," and then you get them in a headlock and be like, "You're about to be the best."
You're never gonna be the best. I'm gonna be the best. As you're choking them out.
There can only be one.
You're like, "Yeah, you said you want to be the best, and that's your dream, right? Well, I'm about to show you the best. Good night." Oh man.
You're like, there can only be one Highlander.
Oh man, dude, this voice changer is so fun. He's like, "You want to go night night?"
All right, we should end on that because we've been going for a while. All right,
All right.
thank you guys for joining the podcast. It was fun. We'll be back next week. Well, we're trying to get it at 12:30, but we always have issues. But yeah, thanks, and we'll see you guys later. Bye bye.